Okay, I've been walking down the trail, or in this case I was walking up, I've just turned around, a trail walking around Craig Lake at Cross State Park. It's a beautiful day. Next week we're going to have rains all week, but this is a beautiful day, and I was looking for fatwood. Fatwood burns really easily when you go camping. If you have some fatwood, it makes a nice start to a fire. It burns hot. And it comes from pine trees where the resin collects. So here's a pine tree, and I'm looking at it, and you say, well, good, there's a pine tree, it's fallen, we can chop it up and get some fatwood. But no, that's not how it works. I would not choose this fallen pine tree. It doesn't have the makings for the kind of collection of fat resin that I want. Nor does that tree trunk right there that's bending over, nor this one right here. However, if I look to the side of the trail, and if I see this disintegrated log, you can hardly make it out in the leaves, in the undergrowth, the fall leaves that are beginning to fall. But if you look very closely, you'll see what I call rhino horns. That's because it's a part of the trunk that has not disintegrated yet, and it looks somewhat like a rhino horn. And if you were to cut into this, scrape off this gray stuff with this one or with this one here, you would find that it has a lot of pine resin in it. And I've done this with my K-bar, a huge knife that I carry for clearing the trail and trail maintenance. And look at this. This pine resin is so thick and so gorgeous looking, it looks like caramel. It smells so good, it burns so well. And so it's a rhino horn. So there's another rhino horn. There's another rhino horn or two. Here's another rhino horn. Now look at this one. I took my K-bar, scraped it as well, and look at that pine resin. And so it's just exciting to be able to find this stuff and be able to use it if you want. But I just think this stuff is so awesome. It's just so pretty, smells so good, burns so well. It does burn smoky. And so you want to have a lot of air, oxygen around so that, so it get going pretty good. But you can just see these leftover rhino horns. And here's one still sticking up from the trunk. And it also has pine resin really thick in it as well. And that's one of the sources you can use for finding fatwood in the woods. And so there it is, the remnants of the tree, which most people would probably not even recognize to have the potential for starting fires. And you can just take a match, and you can set a match to that resin, and it will take it will oftentimes start just even in a big log like that. So anyway, I think I'll continue on my way, and I think it's about a 4.5 hour hike around Lake Craig, going leisurely like I am, and doing all the trail maintenance with fallen trees, cutting up tree limbs and stuff with my K-bar so the horses can get by, and the hikers and the bikers. And so it's just a fun day for me. Okay, so much for this.